Signs of the freeze response to non-processed trauma in individuals and organizations. All people, everyone without exception, experiences trauma of various kinds throughout their lifetimes. When trauma is unrecognized and/or is not processed nor integrated, four basic behavioral coping strategies emerge. Fight, flight, freeze, and fawn. The freeze response is a person's way of trying to stay safe, to not experience hurt again. Moving forward got the person in trouble previously, so the internal logic says that to stay safe means don't move. The person becomes stuck in some or several areas of their lives and cannot move forward. They may not be able to move forward in romantic relationships, or in their relationship with a higher power, or perhaps in their career. A good example is a person who experiences a traumatic event while learning to drive a car. Maybe they panicked and crashed the car or hit someone crossing the street, and they determine the best way to prevent hurting themselves or others in the future is to never drive a car again. Even though there are many safeguards and precautions that can be arranged in order to mitigate almost all risk, to the person with the trauma, it doesn't matter. The perceived risk of learning to drive again outweighs any of the future potential benefits in this person's mind. This is the freeze response to trauma in action. Groups and organizations can experience this phenomenon as well. People can determine that trying something new or different previously really hurt the group, so they are not going to make that mistake again. So the entire group decides, often unconsciously, to hunker down and simply survive. Whole organizations can make this kind of decision. Sometimes this takes the form of extreme risk avoidance. The organization settles for mediocrity instead of daring to trying something new in order to break old negative patterns and harmful culture. Other times, people and groups experiencing a freeze response can become ultra-critical of anyone who disturbs their peace. A person who attempts to speak out or dares to try to bring something new to the group or organization can become vilified, well-meaning leaders included, maybe especially. That person is seen as risk. They threaten the tenuous peace and sense of safety the freeze response brings. As a coping mechanism, both in individuals and groups, the freeze response to unprocessed trauma provides a sense of safety, but is rooted in significant or extreme fear. Cortisol levels stay spiked, anxiety reigns supreme, peace, joy, and fulfillment are almost impossible to experience. Groups and organizations experiencing this have great difficulty in being able to move forward. The vision is cast, but buy-in doesn't occur. New initiatives are unduly criticized and shot down. The entire organization feels stuck, and nothing the leaders do, no matter how thoughtful, caring, and capable, seems to help at all. This is unprocessed group trauma, and it can severely impact the culture and financial profitability of an organization.